This is our office. This office has, I would say, been one of the greatest things that ever happened in New York for being here year one. This is where I've been working. And it's a mess, but we're moving. If you look right here, built something sick here. We started here, but we need some sunlight. And in New York, it's really tough to get sunlight. And when things that have sunlight open up that are good opportunities, you move to the sun. So we're moving to the 5th floor in this building. It's on Broadway. It's 2 floors above, 3 floors above where we are now, overlooking the street with natural light, a good view of some buildings. But it's sentimental, this office. You know, this used to be Casey's studio. This year was huge for me and Zach and all of us, and Dylan too. I mean, I feel like working around each other is super helpful. This is where Zach's been building from, and Dylan moved up here recently. It's actually sick. Let me show you. Big thing is, we realize that we're all taking calls and meetings, and we want to shoot and film and do our own things, and it's tough to film around other people. People are talking, not quiet. So we're gonna set up a working office and a filming studio. Got Dylan set up. This place is pretty sick, honestly. That's where I've been working. We got this full loft. Honestly, Zach was sleeping here for a few days when he moved. He's in between moving. I think he got a spot now. This video really doesn't serve much of a purpose other than just documenting. So I'll show you. I locked this so if no one walks in while I'm filming, I know when someone's in here. The goats. It's Casey's studio. Walk down. This has been the cool thing about being next to Casey's. We get to pop in and talk with him. He pops in and talks with us. Jack Lyons, sick brand. Good saying, if you can make someone's day, you should. I think it's cool to read this every single day you walk in the office. So we had this loft set up. I guess we technically still have it. Today's the day we say we're done with it. And it's been a great year one. I can't complain about being in here at all. Actually, I would say that my year spent in this office has been one of the most impactful years of my life. And I tell this to a lot of people. I actually don't think it's healthy to work from home. I think it's good to be around people, especially people that are building their own businesses in their life, which we have in here by being next to Zach or Dylan. And anytime you have an idea, you throw the idea at them, and it creates a collaborative environment that for us, at least for me, it doesn't feel competitive. We're all kind of doing our own thing, and we have variations of we have things that are similarities, and then we have parts that are completely different. And when you're at home, you're kind of just locked in your house, maybe taking calls or meetings or trying to meet up with people. And when you're in an office, you have people that are constantly coming in and out, and you're meeting people, and it separates work from home. And you want to go somewhere to work and have somewhere to be at home. And your home should be a place where you're not working as much, or you're actually getting to rest or be focused on things outside of working all the time. And for me, I view it as just like a place of focus that you can't really get unless you have a place to leave that's your own. And obviously, if you're going to a job, you go to your job and you have a place to focus and work on your job. If you're an entrepreneur and you're working out of your house every day, it may or may not work. If you have to deal with a lot of people, or you have people that you need to meet in person, you really want to bring them to your house. And having a cool space is definitely, there's great positives to it. So what I'll say is, I think we spent each $1,800 a month to have this office. And first of all, it's a write-off for your business. And it gives you a little bit more, I'd say, business credibility when you tell people you have an office in New York. Take you a little bit more serious. They want to come to your office. They want, when you're meeting and you're talking to someone in an office versus your living room, it increases your perceived value. and how much bigger your company is, which a lot of business is trust and perception. And how people perceive what you're doing is they're going to be willing to spend more money, and honestly, they're going to take you more serious. It's like the best businesses in the world all have offices. And I think, like, for me, just being in a place that gets me out of my house and lets me focus, and it's a cool space. That's why I recommend an office. Until you don't ever need an office. Maybe you don't need an office, but there's something special about building with your friends around the same environment. It's even like if you get 2 or 3 friends and you put it in a space, it's probably cheaper outside New York, and you all split it. You all have a place to go work out of and be collaborative. It's just gonna feed your ideas and creativity and help have people to bounce ideas off and be validated by those ideas. If you have an idea, just spit it out to your friends and see what they think. Get instant feedback. And I think it's really good when you're around other entrepreneurs and you're being creative to have people to ask questions to and get their take and not be worried about the competition of it. Like, it shouldn't be a competitive environment. It should be an environment that I would almost say like fosters and aids growth. And if you can look at, like, you get in an office and after year 1, you can see how beneficial your year was by having a place to go to, you're gonna wanna keep doing it. So it's one of those things that you can always test it out. And I think like the WeWork model is okay, but you're around so many people and it's not that private. So if you can afford to be somewhere private, it's gonna help you be way more locked in. And also I think the location of an office is really important. How walkable or easy is it to get to? Like, I can get here on a bike in 8 minutes. So if I want to come here at midnight and work for 3 hours, I can, because it's 8 minutes away from my house. Versus if my office was an hour away, I would go to it way less. So I think, like, when you look for an office, you should look for something that's relative to where you live, that you'll enjoy going to and you can pop into for a couple hours and leave and not feel the pressure of having to lock in for 8 hours straight. There's really something nice about like having an idea or being creative or like needing to do some work and coming to your office at 9 o'clock at night and working for 3 hours and going home. And having a key and being able to go wherever you want. I don't know, I'm gonna miss this place. Wrote some things here over the year. Some stuff from Hormozi's book. I actually really like his price and value equation. Price is what you get, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Still want this. I just don't think it's a good bike for New York City. $17,000 KTM adventure bike. I'd love to ride this bike across America. I taped it up here and I was like, one day I'm gonna get this or a bike similar and ride it across America to San Diego. I don't know, this place has kind of become my just lab. There's so much shit. Casey gave me this old prison TV. It actually, it says on here, the prison TV doesn't have speakers. The sound would disturb your cellmate. It's clear so you can't hide contraband in it. It's in its belly. This TV is Aunt Margot's. Nana bought it for her to help pass time. I think he probably put that on there for a video. And it says maple syrup, I think Trip, T-R-I-P-T. I don't know, I can't see the rest of it. Neistat Brothers, 2007. I don't know, there's something sick about a clear TV. I got a bunch of random things on my desk. These are incredible. These brew bars, awesome. They're like caffeinated macadamia. They're pretty much a Snickers bar. They can't be healthy. What books I have? Rick Rubin, The Creative Act. I like this book because you just open up to a page and read something. Many people may seem walled off, but sometimes walls can provide different ways of seeing over and around obstacles. What's cool about this book is you can just open to a page. Sometimes it can be the most ordinary moment that creates an extraordinary piece of art. The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. This one's good. This one's really good for business, and there's some good value in here. If you followed Naval on Twitter and seen some of his takes, I really like this, and it's written by Eric Jorgensen, and he kind of adapted a lot of Naval's writing. Felix Dennis, this book's interesting. A lot of talking on leverage and creating leverage for yourself. Then I got a Bible, custom Bible that my buddy sent me. It's probably pinned on see what it's pinned on. I think I was reading Proverbs last. I think Proverbs is like one of my favorite passages in the Bible. Yeah, Proverbs. Yeah, when I have a huge desk, I accidentally make a mess. But skate park, I got these printed as samples. This is the overhead shot. It's actually grip tape if you look close. The classic photo on the back. What else? Casey gave me this. It's been up since he gave it to me. My buddies and I were trying to start a flamethrower company that was, we were trying to make it better than Elon's. We actually did. It just didn't work out. This is the final version. I was going to call it a hot shot. It has an electric. Difference from Elon's is it has an electric starter. And it also has an adjustable stock. There's no propane on this right now, so it's not going to shoot off. Uses these canisters. You just screw it in. But yeah, we were trying to launch a better version, but the numbers didn't work out, so I have a bunch of samples. Some art I've made for fun, just line art. These two. And this one, this piece I got off Instagram. It's actually programmed from a computer with pens, and then it's pretty cool. I just saw a time lapse of it. Bought it from some guy in Argentina. Money bag panda. Got this on the street in Soho. I think it's like a 1 of 5. I just thought it was cool. It actually has the New York Times cut out building like the different pieces of the panda. This photo is from Phuket. It's an overhead shot on acrylic. Looks super clean. Cool balance between the colors and the contrast. This is from Indonesia, really close to Komodo Island, where all the Komodo dragons are. We're actually, I lived on this boat right here for 4 days. We stopped and we went in on this beach, and we spent like a couple hours on this beach, like Pink Beach or something. I can't remember the exact name, but there's like these little beer and food boats that come up and sell you stuff, and it's a couple bucks, and you sit on the beach, you snorkel here, you can hike around on this whole cliff edge. My buddy made this sign. Casey gave us this pegboard pull-up bar. I'm surprised it hasn't broke off the wall yet. It started to crack. This piece of art, when I moved here, there was like 50 magazines in the lobby that said free, so I took them all and kind of just assembled this collage of chaos. But there's like different sections. I like this part. You got this girl sniping. She's got her sights, and it looks like she's got her sights on like the tiger in New York, and there's a wolf in there. Pieced together like the futures and where time hides now. I don't know. There's a lot of cool. It's like surveillance state up here, helicopters, human target, eyeball camera. More abstract. On this corner, this side's like a mix. You got like this lady. You got like little baby sucking nipple, bull ride. The hand reaching out of the street. I don't know. I really had fun with this. I laid it all out before I put it together. It took like 5 hours. This part I think is hilarious. It's like two girls, joint ventures, the dog's watching with art exhibit ahead and bad trips. It's kind of like a cool section of like exploring America. You got like America, train, surfer, gondola. I don't know. It was a fun project. I just kind of had the idea and built it, made it. I don't know. It was a fun thing to make. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's kind of sad leaving this spot. I know once you give it up, never gonna get back. This is the photo. I kind of just like blew up. Kind of how I know Casey is from the Venice skate park. It's when my video went viral on Twitter and this photo went viral, and Casey followed and DM'd me, and we became friends from it, and kind of bonded over the fact that we were both living in LA, and it was crazy. This shot is a dual exposure from Tucson. So I took a photo at sunset and took a photo at nighttime and then overlaid it. There's a little bit of color manipulation, but that's where you get like the star effect at night in the car driving down the road. And then the sunset was really bright and colorful. We also have, there's an alleyway out here. Dude, this alleyway should just be called Crackhead Alleyway. So what happens is people just come out here and just do drugs underneath this scaffolding and like on this bench. But I saw a couple weeks ago they were filming a Law and Order. There's like a murder scene. They were using real guns with blanks. and this whole area had a bunch of production crew. They just tore out a building that was over here, so now it's just a straight shot. There used to be like, you couldn't see through here, and now you can see all the way through a couple streets. It's not a bad alleyway, honestly. It's pretty cool. I don't know what's over here. Some type of production company or magazine or print company. What is this alleyway called? I always blank on what it's called. I can't remember right now. So yeah, that was starting this in February, and it's almost February, so that would be year 1 of having an office in New York. And I call it, I guess it's Tribeca, Chinatown, I don't even know. 368 Broadway. It's a great place. It's everyone in this building is in some sense or capacity almost like an artist, creator, has a business. There's been a lot of talent in this building, and there's still a lot of talent in this building. And it's really cool how they've created the energy and environment to really be an artist space. Yeah, it's all I got. I'll show you the new office when we move there. I need to make some more videos. I've been doing a lot of client work and just trying to set my year up strategically. Last year was a massive sprint and had a lot of success with the company and videos and people we worked with. And this year I'm really trying to be super strategic because there's a lot of people that want to work together, and it has to be a good fit for me. So year 1 in the lab, and it was a great year. Peace.